Recently I've been seeing a lot of posting on Twitter and a little bit on BlueSky about this crossover that's currently ongoing. So Graniph is crossing over or teaming up with Square Enix to do a Bravely Default and Octopath Traveler merch drop. I think Graniph is like a Japanese clothing brand or clothing store, whatever. And I've been seeing some of these posts on Twitter and I'm like, oh, some of these are interesting designs and whatnot. Today, my friend Koma reached out to me and said, hey, I'm going to put in an order for some of these. Pidge is getting in on it. Do you want in? And I'm like, yeah, I might take a look. And she's like, okay, I'm going to do it tonight. So now I got to look through them and decide on what I want. Now, initially, my plan had been to do, instead of just doing like a normal news update saying, hey, there's new Bravely Default merch. After seeing a handful of these, I decided I'm going to do a tier list ranking all the new clothes that are coming out with this drop. Because frankly, some of them are absolutely insane. I was going to do a tier list just on like what my opinion of the clothing is, like S to F, like S being, I absolutely want this, I want to actually order it and wear it, to F being, I don't like this at all, I think it's pretty ugly. But then Pigeon Sponge, Bravely Artist Supreme, and much more than that, good friend, they suggested that I make the tier list two-dimensional and make it one part being in a normal context, so one ranking for like normal, and the other one being, I can't believe they greenlit this. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's just get into this. I'm gonna take a look now. Yeah, I have not seen everything on this list. I do like this little art. Oh, yeah, I like this art right here of Ulbrich, Throne, Ring a Bell, and Adele. It's really cute. Adele, look at Adele. She's rearing to go. She's just rearing to go. You got some stuff going on in the background. You got an Asterisk, you got Gwillem, you got an Octa. Oh, and there's even like an Elliot on the crosswalk sign. That's pretty fun. So let's look at the first one. This is like one of the ones I've seen. This is the Knights Nexus long sleeve sweater. I'm immediately gonna put this in A tier just right off the bat. Oh, that's really gorgeous on the sleeve. I like that a lot. Because I'm a big alchemist dude. Oh my god, I got the BP thing on? Oh, I really want this. I think I might actually order this one. I really, really like this one. This is super cool. Oh, this is A pushing S. We're gonna see what happens like down the line. I think this is nice. It's super clean. It looks cool as fuck. I love this sleeve. Both of the sleeves are really nice. Oh, these rock. Oh, this might be S. I'm gonna call it A for now just because there's not really anything going on in the back. And it's kept just a little bit plain, just a smidge. But like, this is good. This is a really good start. I love this to death. I actually want this one. You know what? Fuck it. It's one that I actually want. I'm putting it in S. I decide that. In terms of greenlit, I'll put this in like maybe a C tier, maybe a B, because it is a bit unusual to see like the Knights Nexus being the thing they're showing off. But it's not super unusual. So yeah, I put this maybe in like a B tier for like unusualness of merch, because we've seen some unusual Bravely merch before. They always make strange stuff that's like weirdly applicable in real life, like tote bags and cups and things along those lines. Alright, next up is an Octopath Traveler's 8 Travelers long sleeve tee. Octopath 2 it looks like. Yeah, Octopath 2. Okay, and you got the running pixel art of each of them going down the sleeves. Okay, it's got the path actions on the back. That marks it up just a little bit better. I'm gonna be real, I'm not the biggest fan of this one myself. I think this one's even like more plain, but then it like I recognize that like some people might want a really plain piece of merch, and like this looks like something you could wear out in public and not get called a nerd about. In terms of like liking it, maybe a C tier, maybe a B. I think the path actions across the back is a nice touch. In terms of like how shocking this is as a piece of merch to be made, also C tier. Like it's just feels kind of eh. It's like not super impressive. It makes sense. All these things make sense. The only way this would have been knocked down more points is if it was just them standing still, but at least they're kind of using the running animation on each of them, so that's a little more fun. All right, next one. We have a Bravely Default Kate Sith sweater. They got long sleeves, but it is the winter season, so you got to get something warm on. Quality looks pretty nice. These are expensive if you haven't noticed the price. This is in Canadian, by the way, as well, for because I am a Canada. It's very fuzzy. That's like a lot more full of a graphic design than I expected. That's what you're getting when you pay that much. Yeah, I might only get like 1 or 2 things. Fun little shirt. Do I like it more than the last one? No, I kind of like it about the same. I'll put it in C tier for like ranking the outfit as well. I think it's fine. Like it's just fine. None of these have been like objectively ugly or awful so far. It's just that these are like a little whatever. In terms of like, I can't believe they put this on a piece of merch. I would honestly put this up in B, only because the Kate Sith isn't something that we see a lot on merch. Like Octopuffs, we see a lot more with Octopath. I just feel like I haven't seen very many Kate Siths before. We've seen Chompers. We've seen a lot of Chompers. I think a wiki piece of merch would be extraordinarily funny, and I don't know if there's one in it. Okay, next up is Bravely Default, the Council of Six. So we got the art for the Council of Six, just a little bit of text underneath it. They took... Okay. So, this one's kind of funny. It's not bad looking either. I'm gonna put this one in more of like a B. This feels like way more casual wear, and I'd probably be more likely to wear this than the previous two. Maybe I'll bump up the Octopath sweater to B. I don't know. It's like a high C, low B for me, the Octopath one that we saw earlier. This is very funny to me. So this is going to be like a B tier as a piece of clothing. This is getting A tier for I can't believe they made this a piece of merch. Because if you know that piece of art, this is one piece of art that they took and sliced up into diagonals and then rearranged to have all 6 of them on the same thing. It is, ooh, that is special. And then just the English text on the bottom, Council of Six. It's so intimidating. Like, it doesn't even tell you what game it's from. It's so funny. Like, the Kate Sith you could get away with as just like, oh, that's a cute little guy. It doesn't necessarily have to be part of a game. But explicitly saying Council of Six and having this cut up image across, yeah, that's A tier for I can't believe this was made into merch. That's crazy. That's a good bit. Okay, so this is one for the travelers of the first game. Okay, this one I feel is a little bit more inspired. You got the path actions on the back again, or the front? On the front. Okay, so the path actions are across your chest. Okay. And on the back, oh, that's really pretty. Oh, this is really nice. This one has a lot more going on than the previous Octopath one. And I kind of like, if I want to wear like a graphic tee of a shirt or of a game I like or something, I want it to be like big and noticeable, right? And this is really nice. I think this is super nice looking. I'm going to give this like A as a piece of merch. Oh, Ulbricht's first in the... Why? That doesn't make sense. I'm tempted to drop it just a tier for that. Why is Ophelia the 4th one? Literally the first game. If you looked at the world map, all of their first chapters in a clockwise rotation spelt out Octopath, and it was Ophelia, Cyrus, Tressa, Ulbrich, Primrose, Alphen, Therion, Hannet. Why are those two swapped? He's got a bunch of apples. Is Cyrus holding a cat? Yeah, he's just picking up a cat by the scruff of its neck. Tressa is Naruto running. This is nice. I'm going to keep this in A. I'm a little miffed about the O thing, but that's literally just me being a pedant. This is good. I like this one. Just an Octopath Traveler long sleeve parka. There's aspects of this I like more and aspects I like less than the other Octopath sweater. Colm was messaging me about things going out of stock. Yeah, I was noticing that too, that some of them are going out of stock, so I should speed this up if I can, because I am going to need to, I want to get my hands on some of this. So this one's interesting. I think as a piece of merch, I would give this one maybe a B, because it's Octopath 2, it's nice. I like how they have a different aspect of each traveler attached to their letter. So like Ochette, we got ears, Castor, we got the little hat, Throne, I think this is dagger, yeah. Oswald getting the chain is a little wild. And like, it's nice, but it looks a little bit muddled, just a tad, mostly because it's only like these two. It's very bottom infiltrating heavy on this end, and like there's not a lot happening over here to, like, maybe if they had Ochette's tail curl down into the T, that might have balanced out like all of these things coming down here. But because it's so empty over here, I'm not much of a fan. But the companions coming out of the pocket and on the sleeve are really nice. I think that looks super nice. Yeah, seeing it be worn, it's just a little too messy, like too busy on this side and not busy enough on this side. So I'm going to give it a B tier, but like a high B tier. I do quite like this. Not really surprising that this was made. C tier. It's not like, again, that you don't want to be high on the other list. The second list you don't want to be high. Okay, next up is the one that Adele is wearing in her thing. It's just a Gwillem and Gwydion long sleeve parka. Well, where is he? Oh my god, I just noticed you got the Librarian Astra sticking out of the pocket. Oh, this rocks. Oh, I kind of want this one too. Yeah, the colors, everything. This is really good. A tier. In terms of like surprise, C tier as well. I think a lot of these are going to end up in like mildly surprising. You know, I'll put this one in D. Like, there's a lot of stuff here that's like not surprising as it being made. Yeah, this, like, I'm not saying that that's boring. It looks good as hell. It's just like, yeah, Gwillem being a mascot for BD2, that makes a little more sense than like a Kate Sith to me. Yeah, I like this one a lot. A tier clothing, D tier, why would you make this? And now we get to the one that prompted the entire point of the second tier list. Red Eye long sleeve. This is horrifying. You get a little petrified Zonta in the back. I couldn't remember his name until I looked over at the description. Like, I was praying, please tell me they got his name in the description. Yeah. Oh my god, that's so funny. This is immediate. This is S tier. Why on earth did you make this? It's terrifying, but it's also S tier. I want it. It's so funny. I love this to death. This looks like something that could be a piece of merch for like Faith the Unholy Trinity. I want this though. I really want this. Yeah. Next up is Octopath Traveler long sleeve cardigan for rare monsters. As a piece of clothing, this looks like really normal. Like, you can make out the outlines of the characters. Like, there's an Octopuff right there. There's a Kate running around with the bag. You got one embroidered right on over the heart. This looks like something you could get away with wearing around normal people. I don't think it's emblematic enough of Octopath Traveler to really... I'm probably going to give this a D tier personally, in terms of a piece of merch. In terms of surpriseness that they made this, also D tier. It's not quite surprising. The Kates and the Octopuffs have a little more relevance in Octopath merch, I feel, than like Chompers and Kates and Wikis do in Bravely merch. So D tier for both on this one. It's fine. Now we have a Bravely Default cardigan, Fairy's Invitation. I saw that this is the one that Ringabel's wearing, and everybody's like, boy, what are you doing? I like this a little bit more than the other one already, so it's at least C tier. The area outline is nice, but again, same thing. I think this is one that you could kind of get away with a little bit more. I think this one I would rank as like C tier as a piece of merch, and then D tier is like surprisedness. This is not surprising. Airy being on a piece of Bravely merch is like very not surprising. What do we have here for Octopath? Oh, Winnield. Okay, long sleeve shirt. This is like a fancy looking shirt. What is that? What is that on the side? Okay, so we got really clean lines. Looks cool as hell. Just like a status bar on the back? What? Why? What is going on? Look, I'm not gonna deny it looks kind of cool, but why is this here? In terms of like design, I would give this like a B tier. It's kind of cool. It's like B reaching A. It's definitely an A tier in like, why would you make this? The health bar is what's really throwing me. This is such an odd addition. Like, I like it. It's really funny. It's just kind of bizarre. I'm not going to be able to get this out of my head. Yeah, B tier as a piece of merch, and A tier is what the fuck you were doing. We have another nice long sleeve shirt, a Ouroboros. Oh. So we got area over the heart. They're really going all out with the spoilers. A Ouroboros as a vector looks kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Interesting that it's 0. This one's kind of boring. I'll be quite frank. Like, a Ouroboros being on the back goes kind of hard. The airy patch not super fan of. I will give this a B tier in terms of I'm surprised you're making this a piece of merch because you put the final boss on the back of it. But in terms of design, I'm going to put this in D tier. I think this is very plain, which is fine. Like if you want a nice worky-ish shirt and you want it to have like cool Bravely stuff on it, I think your boss would be fine with that. Actually, it's making me want to get one now so that I can wear it to work. Next up, we have the Octopath Traveler Reversible Blouson. So it's a two-sided jacket, I guess. I'm not fancy with clothes. Yeah, a little Octopuff with his hat and his little satchel. It's cute. I like the gray that they're using. And on the inside, it's the repeating art of the cover art for Octopath 2. Granted, as a liner, I think it works really, really nicely. When it's on the inside, I think it looks good there. In terms of design, I'm going to give this like a B as a piece of merch. In terms of surprisedness, D. Like, this is completely unassuming. Makes total sense that they would make this. It's very straightforward. Then we have a very similar color scheme-wise version. For those who rule over Calamity, Reversible Blouson. For Bravely, we got the same airy patch that I'm already not a fan of. Oh my good lord, they made art of each of the... or they took art from like concept books and it's just like repeating sequences of the 4 crystal bosses? Huh. I'm gonna give this a C tier for looks and a tier for what the fuck were you thinking when you made this? Next up is the Hokaku sleeve tee. So not only is it really cheap, but it's completely sold out already. That's crazy. Granted, this is like S tier design. This rocks. I love this as a piece of merch. It's so cute. You got a little red panda and Ochette like doing the standing up on their hind legs thing at each other. That's cute as fuck. I love it. C tier is like a why would you do this, but S tier is a piece of merch. This is super cute. I like that a lot. The Warriors of Light. Oh no, wait, it's multicolor. Oh, that's sick as hell. It kind of like gives like a glitching VHS aesthetic to it. I kind of like that a lot. That's an A tier design. I like that a lot. In terms of like surpriseness, D. It's not surprising at all. No, I'll give it C just because of like they went for black and white and then gave it like this weird echoey VHS coloring shadow off the side. Yeah, this is cool. This one's really cool. Okay, airy short sleeve. I could make this at home. This one's probably like the most disappointing one so far. I'm sorry. What I don't understand is why they don't use AR card art for shirts. Like, I've said this for years. I showed off the one that I made for myself. I don't think this one looks great. I'm gonna be real. This is kind of like B tier. Why would you make this? And D tier design. I'm not a fan of this one. If you're doing like a big fancy collab, I feel like the design should be more interesting. Like whatever the hell's going on here. This is way cooler. Holy shit. Black and gold Octopath with the whole first cast. It's hard to make out a little bit what's going on, but it looks cool as shit. I'm giving that A tier. That's really cool. I like that a lot. In terms of like, why would you make this? It's like C tier only because it's like a little bit cluttered here. This looks cool as hell though. I like that a lot. This is the kind of merch I would want, is like bottom right hand takes up a good chunk of the shirt. You can make it out. And it's mostly just like one color. And now we have the Octopath, I think, equivalent of... Ooh, oh god, the coloring on that does not look great. I do like this little guy. The coloring on that's not fantastic. Oh, wait, it's got the dude in the middle. I didn't realize. Okay, that's a little bit funnier. I didn't realize he was in the middle of the picture. No, that elevates. I was about to give this like a D tier image. I'm bumping it up to B just because we got the funny guy on his iPad in the middle. That's actually quite funny. I like that. That's good. In terms of why would you make this? C tier. Like, why is he here? Why is he here? I like that. That's funny. Brave Shadow. So, okay, it's the Octopath, or the Bravely Default 2 cast. Got an asterisk on the back. They're all the little shadow dudes. This one's also kind of funny. You got Sethan, Freelancer, White Mage, Black Mage, Monk. This one's a little stylized. This has got a little bit of kick to it. It's kind of funny. Make me think of No Face from Spirited Away a little bit. I would give this a B tier for design, and another C tier for like, why would you do this? The Shadow Boy is a little funny though. All right, so we have Your Own Story for the mini shoulder bag. I think it looks nice. Decent size. I think this is fine. As a product, I think this is like B tier and D tier for completely unsurprising. Although they could have done like the map. I bet it's the cover art of the game. It's a really nice piece of cover art. I think it's quite nice. Now this one's kind of cool. This one is actually kind of cool. We still got the patch on it, but making most of it like the airy wing design, that fucks. That actually kind of goes hard. This goes to A. I like this one a lot more as a shoulder bag. This is cool. Also D tier, completely unsurprising. It is very cool though. I think this one rocks. Now we're into socks. We've got some rare monster socks for Octopath. I think these look really muddled myself. It's the same thing as like the problem with the shirt or the cardigan from earlier. Yeah, they just, I don't know. They aren't that interesting. Personally, I think this is a D tier, and D tier in terms of surprise. This almost looks like camouflage. Maybe that's like kind of the point of Mahina and the other one. I can't remember what the Jackal's name is. D tier is a piece of merch as well, but C tier in terms of like surprise, because it's kind of like, that one's like got a little bit more of like a camouflage-esque look to it. Then we've got the airy design on socks. Honestly, I think these ones look a little bit bad, just because like the airy design's too big for the socks. Yeah, this is like D tier for like as a piece of merch, and A tier for like, why would you do this? The design is clearly too big for the socks. Like, you only get one full version of airy on any of them. And finally, we have the Kate Sith socks. These are the best looking socks we've got so far. You can actually make out the whole thing. I like that it's balanced around the heel. I think that's super smart. These are way more fun. Yeah, I would give these B tier as a product, and C tier as a, why would you do this? Yeah. Okay, so that's all of those. All right, this is read the next day after actually doing the tier list. I went looking around further on the site, and I found that there's this entire interview with Tomoya Asano, and it looks like Square Enix. I'm not sure like who this is supposed to be as a representative for when these parts talk, but the whole thing kind of goes over like what things they decided on, kind of how they did it, how you know, they went through the whole collab process. Apparently Asano is like a big fan of Graniph, so like he was pretty excited about this whole thing. The most fun part at the end is when he was talking about if this was rolled out during the summertime instead of the wintertime, because that is a major factor in when doing a collab like this, because it determines what kinds of clothes you're going to make, because in this case they probably wouldn't make sweaters like the Red Eye one in the summertime. For Square Enix, they answered saying they would have liked to see the summer collection have polo shirts and shorts. They'd also be happy if there had other rain gear like umbrellas and kids t-shirts, which, yeah, I was a little bit surprised that there isn't really anything aimed a little bit younger, but then again, all the games are pretty much teen and older, so that makes sense. And hats too. Yeah, there was no hats, but yeah, Asano here looking very happy with the BD2 Shadows shirt with the Octopath creatures cardigan. Like he's a happy looking dude. And they got a smiling Adia up there in the background. But yeah, no, if you want to give this a read, I'll link it in the description. And if you want to buy any of this stuff before it all goes out of stock, then you should probably order soon. As of yesterday, I talked to Coma, and we to save on shipping, we ordered together with Pidge, and I got these two, the Knights Nexus long sleeve and the Red Eye sweater, because those are the two that I really wanted more than anything. Well, that's my thoughts on the merch line. If you want to get it, I think they shipped some of them to some places in the States. I think some of them to Canada. You'll have to go looking and just see if you can. If I'm going to try to get this video out like this weekend that I'm recording it, which is the 22nd, because these are selling out very, very quickly. So if you want to get in and get stuff, you should definitely do it. Square did not pay me to promote this. I'm just doing this of my own volition, as I have done for 10 years. Everybody should buy the Red Eye. This is so crazy. This is like the one sweater I would actually wear. This is funny. That's great. Okay, bye.